Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. We're annoyed that Chicago Fire just gave great arcs to characters who are leaving. Permanent Damage was a great episode of Chicago Fire in a vacuum. Yes, it would have been nice to see Stella Kidd, Miranda Ray Mayo, especially since one of the storylines directly referenced her, but everything else was wonderful, from the core conflict to the side developments between the 51 team. Here's the thing though, context made Permanent Damage tough to sit through. We know that Darren Ritter, Daniel Kirai, and Sam Carver, Jake Lockett, will be leaving the show before the start of season 14, and yet, the show is behaving as though they will be around for years to come. It was an odd choice, and one that led to an emotional disconnect throughout the episode. Carver got to reunite with Violet Mikami, Hanako Greensmith, which was wonderful to see. But then we had to sit and watch as these two hugged, share intense moments together during their look into a mysterious medic, and articulate how much they mean to one another. If you didn't know any better, you'd swear the show was setting up a new chapter for Carver and Violet, and that they were poised to get back together after a bumpy season. None of that is going to happen though. Carver only has a few more episodes before his character is written off the show. The same goes for Ritter, who not only got surprising amount of screen time but made a decision that will seemingly have long-term repercussions on the show. Lizzie Novak, Jocelyn Houdin, spends most of Permanent Damage looking for a new place to live. She asks around, before deciding to corner Ritter and ask whether he would consider becoming roommates. Ritter is initially hesitant, but Novak wins him over, and by the end of the episode, the two are holding a dinner for a recently recovered Jack Damon, Michael Bradway. Well, Novak is, at least. She did not give Ritter a heads up that she was going to be having company, which is something most viewers on social media noted as a huge no-no, but the point stands. Why in the world would Chicago Fire decided to have Novak move in with Ritter if the latter only has a few more episodes left? She's going to have the same living problem when Ritter leaves, however he chooses to do so why not pair the medic off with another character? It's a confounding choice, and one that's frustrating because it shows us what a version of Season 14 would look like if both Carver and Ritter stuck around. It's a tale as old as time. Okay, maybe just as old as network television. A show builds a character up, gives them the most layered, heart-wrenching, beautifully executed storyline of their arc, and then ships them off into the sunset like we're supposed to feel grateful. But we need to talk. Specifically, Chicago Fire. We need a moment. Why, oh why, does Chicago Fire wait until a character is halfway out the door before remembering how to write for them? We're not ungrateful. Let's just get that straight. When we say we've loved seeing some of our favorites shine this season, we mean it. There's been nuance. There's been depth. There's been emotion. There's been character development we've been begging for. But then, just as we're finally getting what we always wanted, boom, they're gone. Or about to be. Let's break this down like we're running a drill at 51. Take insert character A here. The one we've been saying for seasons needed more screen time, more agency, more of a reason to exist beyond side commentary and making googly eyes across Molly's. Suddenly this year, they're facing moral dilemmas, reconnecting with family, saving lives with flair, delivering monologues that make us sob in the dark while clutching our Squad 3 hoodie. And just when we feel like we really know them, they drop the "I'm leaving" bombshell with a box packed and that it's just time. Time? Time for who? We were just getting started. And don't even get us going on insert character B, who was finally getting a story that didn't revolve around reacting to someone else's plot. This character suddenly had texture, conflict with a new chief, a personal tragedy that didn't feel shoehorned, and maybe even a whisper of romance that wasn't destined to crash and burn before sweeps. You gave them purpose, identity, layers, and then, the cruelest twist of all, they're leaving too, for opportunities elsewhere. Oh, the betrayal. Here's what makes it even more aggravating. Chicago Fire is capable of crafting meaningful, sticky, resonant character arcs. This season proved that. But why save the good stuff for the farewell tour? Why does the audience have to endure seasons of filler, awkward pairings, and half-baked subplots, only to get the A+ writing when the character's on the chopping block? We're not saying you have to give everyone a 12-episode Oscar-worthy send-off, But if you're capable of this kind of storytelling, why aren't we seeing it more consistently? It's like watching your favorite band finally play your favorite song, right before they announce it's the last show ever. Bittersweet doesn't even begin to cover it. Also, let's talk about how these characters are leaving. We're not asking for a full-blown helicopter crash, a surprise wedding, or a mystery to solve in Mexico. Though now that we think about it, that last one could be kind of fun. But some of these exits are so tidy they feel like erasers to a whiteboard. It's just time. I need a change. My uncle in Arizona has a lawn care business and I'm needed. Really? That's the grand exit? After years of risking their lives and forming a family tighter than a Halstead sibling hug, we're not mad at the actors. Let them spread their wings, take on new projects, get that Netflix bag. But the writing? We know you can do better. We've seen it. You just did it. That's the whole problem. You've managed to give us gut-wrenching departures in the past. Who could forget Otis? Or Dawson? Heck, even Shay's tragic ending is still burned into our souls. The why of those exits may have varied, but the how was unforgettable, emotional, raw. And we weren't left feeling like we got the short end of the narrative stick. Now we're stuck watching goodbye episodes that feel like trailers for spin-offs that'll never exist. And it stings because we can see the writers are capable of great storytelling, just not while someone's sticking around. What happens next? Are we just going to reset with new characters who get the "hi, I'm new here" treatment for 5 episodes before disappearing into the background like that one paramedic we all forgot? Are we doomed to cycle through a cast of untapped potential until they finally get a storyline, right before they vanish? We want to root for the newbies, we really do. But the show has to give us a reason, and more importantly, it has to stop treating longevity like a punishment. We want character growth during the journey, not just in the final lap. So here's a plea from the loyal fans who tune in every week: DVR the reruns, and own at least one piece of Firehouse 51 merch. Right, like everyone's staying. Let us see these characters grow in real time, not just when they're heading out the back door. Don't give us the best just before the goodbye. Don't save the juicy arcs for the epilogues. Let us see these people live, not just leave. Because the crew at Firehouse 51, they deserve more than a curtain call. They deserve center stage while they're still on it. And so do we.